OFDC bonding the cable to ground using the bullet bond connector. To prepare armored cable for bonding, pull the rip cords to the measured and marked choke points. Cut the jacket and armor 1.5 inches or 38 millimeters from the choke point. Insert the bottom piece of the bullet bond connector into one of the slits in the jacket and armor. Fully insert the bullet bond connector into the slit. Tape around the entire cable jacket, leaving the threaded post exposed. Install the top piece of the bullet bond connector to the threaded post and screw one locking nut onto the threaded post to secure the bullet bond connector to the cable. Repeat for each cable. There are two different retention brackets used in the OFDC enclosure family. One uses a metal lug for strength member fixation. The other uses metal plates and screws. To see the process for the bracket with plates and screws, skip ahead to the timestamp indicated on screen. Place the grounding bar onto the threaded post. Secure the grounding bar with a locking nut onto each of the threaded bond posts, except for the one that you will be placing the bond wire to. Place the OFDC bond wire on the threaded post and route through the ground wire port. Secure the ground wire with a locking nut supplied in the OFDC ground wire kit. Here's how to perform the bond with brackets that use plates and screws. Trim the grounding bar to 3 inches or 76 millimeters in a manner that provides for an oval hole near each end. Place the grounding bar onto the threaded posts of the bullet bonds on the feeder cables. For the OFDC B8G, there is no dedicated entry port for a ground wire, so the following steps must be used to ensure proper sealing in the gel block. Using 3 inches or 76 millimeters of gel tape, make one wrap around the cable 3/4 of an inch or 19 millimeters behind the hose clamp. Next, install the OFDC ground wire, placing the lug onto the threaded post of one bullet bond on a feeder cable. Finish wrapping the remaining gel tape over the ground wire and cable. For branch cables, place one 6-inch or 15 centimeter bond wire assembly for each branch cable onto the same bonding post as the ground wire. Secure the wires and bond bar with a locking nut on each bond post. After the bracket is snapped into the organizer assembly, route the bond wire assembly to the branch cable bond post and secure with a locking nut. Install port plugs into unused ports and replace the gel block onto the organizer.